everybody, and this I don't hate to say that word, but we back again this month, okay? With my guest is Miss Cynthia Wells. Hello, Cynthia. How are
Hi,
you?
everybody. Hi, Vernon. It's good
How
to
are
be
you?
back. I'm
Well,
doing well. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I'm telling you,
That's awesome.
you can't. Like I said, you can't complain. I have nothing to complain about. When I'm on
That
here
is
with you,
amazing.
when I'm on here with
Yeah.
you, everything's gravy, baby. Everything's gravy.
Wow, that's nice to hear. I won't complain if you won't complain, right?
No, I won't complain. All right, we do this about once a month, and last month we talked about the National Black Family Month. Last month, remember?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So what do you got for us this month to talk about?
Yeah. Yeah, remember we talked about last month, July was National Black Family Month and National Minority Month, which is amazing. So hopefully next year we can take it off and just do some really big things. This month, of course, in August, I have just been spending a lot of time. People have been, there's been a lot of trauma. People have been,
Hmm.
a lot of anxiety, a lot of, people just anxious about life, about the media, about things. And so people are just really feeling just uprooted, and not feeling secure. So I have been spending a lot of time talking about trauma and trying
Wow.
to
Okay.
find
Well.
finding ways to help them to stabilize and just to cope. Take a hold of your own emotions and pain and feelings and try to figure out ways to manage it, on your own without having someone to tell you. So sometimes going out to nature, some different, do natural things. So it's been a really big month trying to get people to, feel good about themselves.
Okay. Well, how's it coming with it? Let's talk about that for a minute, okay? And just for the folks that just
Absolutely.
don't have the privilege of coming to see you, how would one that was listening at this show and they just feel a little depressed, a little down for this month, what would you tell them, Cynthia?
Because a lot of times when they feel in this way, they're pushing through life. They're trying to work. They're trying to take care of their family, trying to just get things. They have deadlines. The clock is just ticking. Sometimes they don't even realize where they are. So I always say the first thing is just to pause for a minute and just to say, it's just like a self check. Where am I? Like discovery. What am I feeling? So sometimes pause. Even if you have to just take a moment for 5 minutes in that mirror when you're getting ready for work or for wherever you go in your day. Just lean in
Hmm.
and say, hey, how you feeling? Do some self checks and so you can just start to understand because you may be feeling anxious, but I'm good. I'm okay, but you're not. And so once you start to figure out and say, hey, look, I think something is going on with me. I need to get something. I need some support. And then put a name to what you're feeling. So I'm feeling overwhelmed. I'm
Hmm.
feeling exhausted. I'm feeling scared. I'm afraid. And once you find out, put a name to that feeling, then say, okay, now what can I do to put a sentence with it? I am overwhelmed because I got deadlines. I'm afraid because I'm not sure what about tomorrow security. And then just put a name and a sentence of what you're feeling, and then from there we can start. And then you can start figuring out ways to try to balance what you're feeling, that emotion.
Oh, okay. And is this typical, Cynthia? Is that kind of typical why people feeling this way and this time of year? Why is this?
Well, I'm gonna say this time our year right now here, August in 2025, I don't think nothing is typical. I haven't found anything to be honest. I mean, everything that you believe, everything that was solid that you stood on, thought it was stable. It's like
Uh,
everything has just been blown up. So
yeah.
it's like a restart, and that's on the
Oh.
spiritual level, the mental level, and the physical level. I mean, everything is it's just up. It's just so much going on, and
Mhm.
so we have to just find a way to hold on, find something to hold on to, and just and cruise. But even
Mm.
with our bodies, right now, I think even with the atmosphere, we just had a solar eclipse. Actually, we just had a solar eclipse yesterday, August 2nd. Today's what, the 4th? We just had a
Mhm.
solar eclipse and then August 2nd and 3rd, which is going into the solar. So with this solar shifting, last year we had a April 8th, we had a big solar eclipse in the middle of the day. The sun went dark, all over throughout the up and down the United States. And with all this stuff, see that stuff, cosmic things are happening right now where you can find your body, find yourself. So a lot of people having heart palpitations and they're having brain fogs and just different things happen to their body. They go to the doctor, they say, oh, I don't see nothing wrong. That's because our body is shifting with the atmosphere. So there's a lot of things
Really?
going on. And so absolutely, right now. And yeah, so they said the sun is shifting, the sun's getting hotter. A lot of things is going on and people are thinking that it's them and it's not. It's because we're shifting with the atmosphere.
That's very interesting. So I never knew that. and people like
Absolutely.
me that don't know that, that helps explain why we go through what we're going through. And it's not just not me, but it's maybe the natural order of the universe that causes me to behave this way. Wow. That's
Absolutely. Yes.
wow.
You know, the sleep patterns. The sleep patterns, you know, people say sometimes I can go without sleep or I'm sleeping too much. I feel I'm always dry. I'm just sluggish. Even this time zone, when we shifted to the new time zone, when we jumped up jumped up in this spring, we spring forward. My clients were like, "Oh, something's going on. I had to go to the doctor. My heart was pumping in it, or I've been dreary. I've been sleeping. I need some anxiety medicine. I can't function." And I heard that for so many of my clients, I said, what is this about? Everyone's talking about their body is adjusting. So I just I was able to sit here and watch something is going on. And I started checking into it. And they said, yeah, there's a lot of things with the body. Our body is trying to shift and adjust. They call it going from 3D to more like 5D. You know, so our body is shifting because
Really?
this I'm not sure, but this is on a spiritual level. It's like I thought that like Jesus. Of course, if you're a believer, you're a Christian. You believe that Christ is on his way back. There's a return. For the world's going to transition to a new world.
Mm-hmm.
In that, I thought that when say he said in a twinkle of an eye you would be trained, changed, and transformed. But I'm starting to learn now that it's a gradual shift. So we're shifting spiritually and we're
Hmm.
shifting. Everybody's raising, everybody's evolving. People are more spiritually attuned and trying to get inner peace and inner strength. Like before, it was materialism, like 10 years ago. They even called it. We're living now what you call it. And I'm not a very I'm not what you call it I don't know what you call it, but I said we live in this is the age of Aquarius. We're going into from Pisces to Aquarius. This is the age of Aquarius. But this age here is about spiritual. It's about a lot of cosmic stuff happening, and so we have to prepare ourselves. And I think we should spend a lot of time on a spiritual level to try to address this more so, like more time in prayer, more time in fasting, more time in prayer. But
Mm-hmm.
those that have if you feel ill will, you feel a lot of negative things in your life, you're doing a lot of negative things, start trying to shift to the positive, because we start to spend time trying to love more, trying to get more peace, more comfort, being more happy, and little affirmations and positive thinking, you'll find yourself coming out of it a lot easier. But if you're wrestling, trying to get over on people, trying to backbite, trying to, it's a lot of exposure of darkness, because we going into what you call a time of being nothing but goodness. A
Okay.
lot of good things. A lot of the dark things is falling off. It's shifting. It's just drifting. It's pulling away. And you see more light for Christ, actually for Christ to return. I'm not sure if we can talk about that's where. So that's where we should be shifting to the age of goodness.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this: if a person, I sometimes say reaching your destiny. I'm assuming that we can control our own destiny, right? In some sense.
We should we should try to manage as much as we can.
Man,
Yes, we
okay.
should.
Well,
Yes.
let me correct that then, because I used to I stole a phrase from Leroy Boyd. Okay, Leroy
Uh huh.
Boyd said, "I can't be controlled, but I can be managed." But like you say, like destiny, you can't control destiny, but you can manage your destiny. Okay, now
Right. We can.
yeah, yeah. Let me ask you this then. Okay, you
Uh
talking
huh.
about you can. We got to start feeling positive about things, and I do believe in the power of belief. And and Cynthia, you explained this to me, but and some folks say you must be out of your mind. But I I got a system here. Honest to goodness,
Hmm.
every time I find a penny, I don't know where I get this from. Okay, I pick it up, and that penny always bring me unexpected money. I swear to God,
Wow.
it works every time. Okay, it works every time, and it works so well. I guess because I believe that. Okay, now now only if I could translate my how come I can't translate that positive belief about finding a penny, and I swear it works. It's the same thing like it works for people said I can't afford to tithe. And you tithe, life just gets better for you. I didn't used to believe that. I swear I believe that to the core of my heart. Okay. I
Yes.
used to be
Hmm.
I used to when I was younger, I used to be struggling on and somebody said, well, why don't you try tithing? Hell, I can't pay my bills
Hmm.
now. How the hell am I gonna try? But I
Right.
did. And seemed like to me things got better because I was tithing and the money started coming in from
Uh-huh.
from nowhere. I was able to manage my life a lot better, only because I believe that. Now, let me ask you this
Yes.
now. I can't win. I can't win at the casinos, and probably because I can't win at the casino. Can you help me out if I'm wrong about this? If I could change my destiny at the casino, okay? Now, I obviously don't win because I don't believe I can win. But I know people that believe that they can win. They go every chance they can get, and they do win. Oh, and overall, and they do win. How can you change? I know that's some extreme examples, but can you? Because I think I got a negative outlook on casino. But some things how you tell yourself you can't do one thing and you find yourself not doing it. Maybe it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. I don't know. How can I help myself in believing that I could win at the casino? Using that as an example. I just use it as a, that just might be like,
Right.
for an example, how people feel like they're down on the luck all the time. Okay. So in other words,
It's a
they're
mindset.
always down on the luck. So how can we turn that around to not feel that way? And I think you alluded to it earlier. So, but I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
I
say, how can
think,
you help me win at the lotto? I mean, how can you help me
well, I
win? How
mean,
can you help me win at the casino?
yeah, and one thing about the casino, no matter how much you think and how much you believe, how much you walk in there with your faith to believe and your mindset that this is going to happen, you still got somebody behind the other than that button pushing that button. Always remember that.
Hmm.
They have
Yeah.
control of that, so it can be really interesting. So what I don't really do, I haven't been to a casino. I'm not sure how that works when it comes to lotteries, but
Yeah.
when it comes to belief and a mindset, like the placebo, when people go to the doctor and
Hmm.
they believe, when you get up, say I have a doctor's appointment today, and I'm going to the doctor. I've been feeling sick for 10 days, for a week. When you go to the doctor, you go to that doctor. The doctor give you sometimes he give you some real medication. Sometimes he give you some sugar pill.
Yeah.
But no matter what he give you, when you go home, you feel better. When you went to the doctor, you
Hmm.
feel good. When you take that pill, whatever, if it's a sugar pill or if it's a real pill for what you have, you take that pill, you drink that water, and you swallow it down. Because you believe that it's going to make you better, you get better regardless if it's a placebo or without. That's what placebo is. The fact that no matter what you have, because you put so much of faith and belief in it, until when it does, we have the act of taking that pill or hearing the doctor tell you, then you attach your faith to that and you believe it. So
Well,
that is interesting.
it's got to be the power in belief, okay? Because
There's belief
that,
even with it's belief. Absolutely, it's belief. Even taking the medication, you believe that the medication will work. So you got a pill from the doctor and say, "Well, I'm not sure they're gonna work." You just throw it to the side. That don't work, and you don't. You take it. If it's sugar pill or if it's a real pill, if you take it, you don't believe in it. Sometimes sometimes you don't. It doesn't work as much. So I say the ultimate goal would be about really just lining up your. I would tell people all the time, just right here, how you think and feel about yourself, and then here in your heart. If you feel it like, man, like most people, you say go to the casino and they win. I got this instinct. I got to feel.
they believe
I
it.
feel like I'm
Yeah.
gonna win. They
Yeah.
feel it in their heart and they feel it in their gut. So your gut, your gut feeling, which is in your stomach, then you feel it. So I got a gut feeling. And then you believe it in your heart, and then you feel in your mind. So wow, if you can line all three of those things up, it's considered done. And that's not with just with money or casino or look like that. It's about because we are creators. We are what we call creatures, and we are to create. Even when God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. And He said that for the things that He does, we can do greater works this time. So He said, when we say, let there be so, be so." Remember, I don't know if I'm making it spiritual. I'm not sure if it's okay, but even when Jesus was walking with the apostles, He sent one of His apostles. He said, "Go out there to that sea and get that coin and go pay Caesar what Caesar's due." He went out there to the sea and found the coin and paid the bill. It manifests. You just
Hmm.
speak it and it manifests. So that is the place even when I talk about this vibration, everything going on with the body and with the soul, we all get into a place, we elevate into a place where we can start to speak this stuff and watch it exist. That's the beautiful thing about these, end times coming up. Our destinies will be able to, we can be able to manifest our destinies a lot easier. But you have to really line your life up with it so you can. And you can't trick yourself. It's not about getting up. You have to have a heart to want. It has to be a positive heart for this stuff to manifest. You can't be, trying to get over and thinking, thinking, kind of miss, negative thoughts and still watch this stuff manifest. You have to kind of shift. You have to line everything up to work on that kind of level.
And I think you answered my question because you talk about the people, the power of belief. I think that you answered my question because I believe that I can't win, and and I don't. So that's the power
See,
of it. Okay, and so people
right?
that
Yeah,
do go and the people that do win believe that they can win, and they do win.
right.
So okay, you answered my
Absolutely.
question. That's the
Line it up.
power. power of
So you,
belief.
absolutely. So we see that penny, you believe it. You believe in that
I
penny. I
believe
know.
it.
I
I
just
swear,
know
I do
without a
believe
shadow
it.
of a doubt. And it manifests. But when you go to a casino, you don't have that kind of faith when you go to a
Right.
casino because you just have that doubt. Like, I'm not sure. And
I
so,
just,
you know, a casino is a bad example to use for me when I think about it because I don't really, that's so much, it's so vast.
yeah,
But it's a mindset about that, you know, how we are able to get our faith. And this is we're talking faith. Find something to believe in
yeah,
wholehearted with your heart, your mind, your soul, your strength, and watch it manifest.
absolutely. But I think you're right. It's you got to believe in something. If you don't believe it, it
Here,
doesn't. It
here.
doesn't. I'm gonna give you another example of it, okay? And I know
Hmm.
I was using some extreme about the casino because that's true for me. But for an example, I believe in the power of belief. You know, people believe in ghosts, right?
Hmm.
I don't believe in ghosts.
Hmm.
The people
Hmm.
that believe in ghosts obviously seen ghosts
Hmm.
and so forth. I don't believe in
Hmm.
ghosts, so therefore I never seen ghosts. So I don't believe
Hmm.
they exist for
Hmm.
me. For me. But for other people that do believe it, and they do exist. So
Hmm.
the power of belief is something else. And you made the most perfect example that I can. We talked about. You talk about the medicine, real medicine,
Hmm.
and placebo medicine, stuff like that. Because if you believe it's working for you, then it works. If it don't work,
Hmm.
it's not working. That was a great example. Wow.
I
Okay,
hate to
but the
share that
power of
because some
belief.
people, yeah, people do. They're better because they believe it. They add it.
Mm-hmm,
The day the doctor's appointment, they have this energy when they go to the doctor. They get in that
mm-hmm,
car and they drive. They're ready. They're ready to
yeah,
receive that contact. They're ready.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And this is also another thing they're talking about the white coat syndrome. Okay, and people when they
Hmm.
get to the doctor, the blood pressure. You know, they go, "Oh, he's gonna find my blood pressure," because they worry about it, and they do. When they by the
Hmm.
time they get to the
Hmm.
doctor, they concerned that oh
Yeah.
something's gonna happen. The blood pressure is
Hmm.
up. So okay, all right.
Yeah.
The power of
It's powerful.
belief.
Our mind, we're very powerful people, but it's what we're talking about is not as easy as we say it is. You know, it's not as easy to do it, but you have to walk this thing out. You have to walk this out by just faith and believing and preparing yourself to believe this. and
Yeah.
and and, and just not just faith, you have to do the natural. You have to do the things that even with destiny. You know, the destiny launches is about empowering people to get reach their destiny. I ain't got to my destiny yet. It's a journey, and so the more you have to see it. Two things I've heard someone say. They say if you can't see it, you can't visualize it. Forget it. It's like, man, you have to see it manifest. You have to see it inside. The unseen to manifest it. So if you don't see it, then it won't manifest. You have to continue to push to see this come to pass.
I sometimes if you look at the power of belief, it's really powerful. You look at it from a religious point of view. Uh, Cynthia,
Mhm,
people
mhm,
believe for us that believe in God, God
mhm,
exists. But then you got people that don't believe. You know, you got
mhm,
non-believers in their mind
mhm,
they don't exist. But you got to be a
mhm,
believer in anything that
mhm,
you do, and that's just like following
mhm,
following your destiny, or following your dream.
mhm,
If you don't have any idea, if you don't have any faith in that you can succeed in what you do or what you want to
mhm.
do, then you probably would never do that. You know, some people can't get from ground
Mhm.
zero. And I always say
Absolutely.
the journey of 1,000 miles always start with the first step, and you got to
Yes.
believe that you can do certain things. Okay, and so I'm a big
Absolutely.
believer in the
Mhm,
power of belief. I am.
mhm.
Yeah.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
And so you have to. It's about believing, and then you have to kind of just have faith on it, and then you have to see it through. You have to find out that you have to be obedient to do your part,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
it's a lot to manifest it, but it's
Yeah.
so worth it.
Okay. All right. Well, exactly. You know, and I guess with the other cosmic stuff that runs in the universe, okay, you know what I'm saying? That's the
Hmm.
thing that we don't understand, and we can't kind of explain that a little bit because people don't sometimes understand that how the universe works and how
Hmm.
the I can't even explain to be honest with you. Can you take a jab at about the cosmic things and the stuff that you feel that kind of floating out in the universe and stuff like that. That just like you're saying that when the moon changes, help me with that. Help us.
I just
But
think, this
can you break it down in plain language, folks like me can
well,
understand
like I
how that
said,
works?
yeah. Yeah, and for me, I could be a little different. People, I know people look at me and say, "You're way out there," but I'm very. I read a lot, and I try to be exposed and educated to a lot of things. A lot of things I don't, I try to be aware of. People don't like it, don't believe in it, but I try to just be neutral, so I can just be aware. So for me, I feel like we're on this earth. I feel like our bodies
Mm-hmm.
was made out of the dust of the earth, and
It
so with this us
was.
on this earth. Man, we are man that have been made, which is human beings come out of the earth, of the dust of the earth, that we're in this earth. But you still have this ecosystem. It has a sun, it has a moon, it has stars.
Mm-hmm.
And so unlimited here, but we have given authority to we have had authority to have dominion over this earth. There's stuff on the earth. We're on the earth, plus with plants and with other animals. But then you have stuff under the earth, which is in the sea. And you have things above the earth, which is in the air. And
Mm-hmm.
so for us, we have to figure out how to. And then when you start to get more to this, people call it mystic. You have people that knows how to follow the nature, and our ancestors, they knew how to follow the sun, the moon, and the stars, and know the seasons and the time. They're more sensitive. Do you see up in Yosemite Park how the animals are leaving the park?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Have you seen that this week?
Yeah.
And
I
things
heard
are
about that.
happening.
Yeah.
And Troll, they just walk. All of them just coming out of this park. So something's going on in that park. They all just fall in the earth. So that's how it is for us. We have to just be more attuned. So, like you said, when the sun, when you have these solar eclipses and different things like this here, as humans, as man, sometimes we have to just kind of pull it from our job and our assignments and our work stuff and just to feel nature, so to
Mm-hmm.
understand what's going on. Because we have to be more attuned to nature like the animals are, and we're not. And so sometimes you get more attuned to nature, you be able to follow your own instinct because our bodies talk to us all day long. Say, hey, get some rest. Get some. You need this here. Your body's speaking to you, telling what you need, but you're too busy. The earth tells us what we need, but sometimes we're too busy. And sometimes like the indigenous people, they were very attuned to it. So we talk about cosmic. I say cosmic, I'm talking about more space and air. Some people think cosmic is something different. And I just think there's like now just a lot of shifting going on. And the Euphrates rivers, the rivers are drying up. Things are flowing. There's floods everywhere. I mean, everything is it's everything is just going up. It's just upside down right now. And so with all of that, and then we are too as humans. We are because there's a lot of trauma. A lot of people feeling this, but we have not connected together. So it's kind of like to find out, just be a little more tuned and follow your instinct
Mm-hmm.
and then spend time meditating, the prayer, or through just however you meditate, and just to be more attuned, just to get plugged in to a deeper, because I think 80% of life is unseen. So just to tap into how you strengthen for your own emotional strength,
Wow.
because love,
Mm-hmm.
fear, pain, you can't grab that, you can't touch that and hold that. That's intangible. So how do you manage those things? Through meditation, through prayer, and how to find that time, find some still time of peace in your
Mm-hmm.
busy time. Just to tap in and connect. It tells you what your body needs and what you need. What's going on.
You just have to learn how to listen to your body, listen to yourself. You
Make the
know.
time and then learn. Make the
Yeah.
time. It takes time.
Yeah. And I
It
think that.
requires It may requires a lot. It may require hours of sitting still and resting before you get to that place. You have to kind of
Mm-hmm.
quiet down. You got to quiet the noise, or get the people, push the people away so you can be still. You can hear. It's a practice.
Some people sometimes that
Mhm.
they see it they can see it and feel it on a everyday level because you hear people all the time say, "We know my mind told me to do this, and my mind told me to do that," but you didn't listen to it. But your mind talking to you. Okay, so that's what you have to stop and learn to listen to your mind, your body. Okay, I don't know. If
Absolutely.
some
Yes.
people some people say, "Well, maybe that was God talking to you." Whatever it is, and
Hmm.
and you have these inner thoughts or whatever, okay, however they come across to you, and you might want to listen to it. And 9 times out of 10, your mind was right.
Right. Absolutely. That's about your own health. When people say, like I said, I'm just trying to find, I'm avoiding something. I feel like I don't want to go to the doctor. Or I feel like I don't want to. You feeling something. Even
Mm-hmm.
relationships, I feel like this is not bad. I mean, everything. It would tell us everything, but you have to be able to just want to listen, have that ear to hear.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
what, like I said, even with the trauma, and that's what it does. It's trauma. If you're feeling anxious and a lot of feelings like, oh, what's going on? What's going on? Your body's telling you something is not right. You have to say, I have to pause for a minute to see what is this. And I like to say sometimes, we say cosmic. Sometimes you can always go and say, what energy am I feeling right now? If I feeling something, just I walk around in the room, I'm around a person, and I feel anxiety, your body would know. Your body don't lie. Your body would be, if you feel like your skin is crawling, that means somebody around either talking about you or something not right. You be sitting in your car. You be driving, you be at a stop sign, and someone, you can just be sitting there minding business, singing, daydreaming. You just jerk your head to the left or to the right. Somebody's staring at you.
Yeah.
Like, well,
Yeah.
wait, whoa! And you kind of shocked. They jump because oh, she must have felt me, because our body knows.
Yeah. Then we can talk about this all that, but our time is up. But people need to come
Yeah,
see you. You can help launch their destiny here. So I know you got a
yeah.
website. Let me see, kind of put your website up. Is that your website that they can go on your website and find out what's going on
Uh-huh.
with your website?
Right.
And if somebody want
Yeah.
to get a hold of you, right? Is this the right number
Yeah.
for you?
I can't see it, but it should be
Yeah,
fine.
nine
I'm
two
not
nine
sure.
fifty three 929 5311. It's a good number for you.
That's like Psychology Day. You can call me that number. It says Psychology Day. Yes, if you call me that number, and then
Okay.
two, we're going to be at Brownsville Community Center with the Anderson, Kim Cox and her and Rick Anderson
Mm-hmm.
over at Brownsville Community Center. They're giving a free health fair. So it's
Okay.
April
When is it?
23rd from 10 to 2. April 23rd from 10 to 2,
You
Brownsville.
mean?
So you can see me
Did you
there. I'll be there
mean?
personal.
Did you mean August? You said April.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. August
Okay.
23rd from 10 to 2, they'll be at Brownsville Community Center. There are
Okay.
some amazing people. They've been working in this community for a long time. So I'll be there. If you have questions, you want to come see me, come check me out there. And that's in person. Or you can call
Yeah.
me at that number if you have questions. Okay?
Yeah. Hopefully we're gonna. Hoping that we was gonna talk about that later on tonight. But I hadn't heard from
Okay.
Rick. Rick said we were
Oh,
gonna do a show on that, but I have texted
okay.
him today, and I didn't get a response from him. So, and I think you're supposed to be a guest on that show tonight too, right? Called
Yeah, he mentioned it to me. And yeah,
community health, right?
right, right.
Okay. So hopefully it'll still be on. So I'll text him to
Okay.
see if we're
I'll be
gonna be
here hanging
on.
around. And if
Okay.
not, maybe next time.
Alrighty. Now, is there anything else you want to tell the folks, Cynthia, before we go?
Well, like I said, this we talking about trauma and family. So that is pretty much that's something that has a lot to do with it. So, like I said, just continue to stay in tune to yourself, loving yourself, and hearing your voice. And listen to those cues for yourself, And then, like I said, you can reach out to me. We can do some type of workshops. I don't mind workshop, whatever we need in the community. I'm willing. Thank
Uh,
you.
Alrighty then. I tell you what, we'll meet every month. Every month. Now, what time? This is the first of the month, right? So,
This is August 4th. So yeah.
okay. So we'll see you probably the first week in September. All right.
Okay, sounds great. Thank you
Uh,
so much, Ron. I appreciate this. Thank you very much.
Alrighty. No problem, y'all. Oh, stay tuned next month. Okay. See you later.
All right,
Bye
thank
bye.
you. Have a
All
great
right.
one. Bye bye.
Bye bye.